Hey, it's meteorologist Cory Reppenhagen here live in North Arvada at the moment here this afternoon, watching the blue skies disappear into cloudiness right now. Hopefully you had an opportunity to enjoy that brief blue sky action there. It got our temperatures up into the lower 80s, but I think we'll be dealing with storms and cloudiness and cooler temperatures over the next 4 hours. Take a look out at the HD Doppler radar right now. You can see statewide, you can see the thunderstorms moving across the state from the west. And in fact, we do have one strong thunderstorm already going in the Evergreen area. Out here on the northeast plains, you can see that little piece of energy is this morning's wave. That is moving on out. They'll get another wave here coming up very shortly this evening. I'm looking to see just on the eastern edge of the Denver metro, no reflections from rain just yet, but I'm looking over there and I can see some very strong storms developing out there just on the eastern edge of the metro right now. So we'll be probably looking at some severe weather here from the east metro onward as we go through the next 4, 5, 6 hours even out there on the eastern plains. Over here on the front range, you can see that storm going through Evergreen there. Got some reports of some penny to nickel size hail, but that storm is staying below severe limits, and it should stay below severe limits as it moves across the Denver metro over the next few hours, which is what is going to happen. Now let me explain what's kind of going on causing all this right now. We have an upper level storm system way up there in Montana and Canada. You can see it marked in the yellow colors there, but it's the little bend is making it all the way down to the Colorado area. And in fact, if you kind of take a look here, let me see if I can stop that right about there. You can see that the very bottom of the jet stream is catching Colorado, and you can see the colors representing the lower pressures in the upper atmosphere, and then the tiny little wind barbs that are moving across from left to right there. Those are very strong winds on the upper atmosphere, and when those winds are up there, it kind of acts as a vacuum and pulls the air up from the surface, and that's just giving us a little bit of some buoyancy down here at the surface where we can make it a little easier for storms to kind of form. And as we put the model in motion here, you can see that jet stream is going to stay at least in the northeast part of Colorado through at least the rest of tomorrow. And then Sunday, we start the warming trend, and you see the reds start to build in. That is some high pressure that may represent record-breaking temperatures as we move towards the end of next week there. That's the Thursday time frame at that point there that we're looking at. Now, what this is going to cause for today, for Friday, is some cooler temperatures. These are the forecast highs today, and I think we've already hit them during that blue sky that we had leading right up to about the noon hour. We made it up to 81, 82 in the Denver metro area, and I don't think we're going to have an opportunity to get any warmer than that because it's going to be cloudy and stormy until about 4 and 5, and then after 5 we really don't have an opportunity to build the temperatures back up above the 80s. So I think we'll stay cool for the rest of the day. You see some of the other temperatures, no 90s in the state for today. Here's the computer forecast model kind of detailing what's going to happen here. It doesn't show you exact locations for storms, these computer models, but it gives you a characterization of the type of storms and coverage that we're going to see moving forward. So over the next hour and a half here, we get into from about 12:30 to 2:30, you see that wave move across the Denver metro area. Those will stay below severe limits for us, but some of us may get a little dose of heavy rain here. And then you see that cell there out east of the metro. That may be the storm cell that I'm looking at now, which is forming much earlier, or it could be 2. As we put the model in motion here, you can see just one more wave there between 3:30 and 5, and then it clears out by about 5:30, 6 o'clock from the front range, and then we're dealing with it on the eastern plains from about 4 p.m. to midnight tonight. And so those storms out there on the eastern plains, starting right at the edge of the Denver metro eastward, there's a little bit more energy in the air, so convective energy just leading to some marginal severe storms. So we're talking about hail about 1 inch in diameter and some gusty winds, possibly 60 to 70 miles per hour out in front of these storms as they move from the west to the east, and that can go all the way to midnight tonight. Here's a computer forecast model to give you an idea on the eastern plains. You can see some strong storms. I would say that's a couple of severe storms there about 5:30. To me, it looks like right now, from what I'm seeing out here looking to the east visually, that it's developing a little bit earlier than this. So these severe storms may make it out there towards Morgan County a little bit earlier than 5:30, but you can kind of see the characterization of these storms showing some strong cells moving out to the Kansas state line there by about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and then another little wave possible there. So it doesn't really clear the eastern plains until sometime early Saturday morning, where you're going to wake up and find some cool temperatures out there for your Saturday morning, especially up in the mountains where we have some low to middle 30s out there. High temperature 58 in Denver, some 50s along the Front Range. Really some cooler temperatures, but that is what we expect to see in the first week of September. Now take a look here at the 7-day forecast, the extended period here coming up. We'll keep that lightning bolt on the frame there for tomorrow because there will be some scattered showers in the area because of that jet stream energy that we were talking about earlier. But there's a lot more drier air in place tomorrow, so I don't think the Denver metro area catches any of that good action, but we may see a few storms in the area. And then on Sunday, we start a warming trend going into the week. I think Sunday is going to be a very nice, comfortable day. Temperatures could get 90 in some areas, but most of us will stay below 90. And then the rest of the week, so we talked about this cool mornings being very normal for September. What is a little unusual is middle 90s in September. So if you look at Thursday there, right now we have a 93, and I think that's a little conservative for an estimate for a high temperature on Thursday. The record high temperature all time in Denver is 94 degrees. That would be on September the 9th. And so we're going to be making a run at some record high temperatures, and that temperature record goes back 150 years. So to say that we've had the warmest temperature in September in 150 years is a big statement, but at least it is not what we saw last year when we saw the hundreds followed up by 30s and snow. So at least we have a little bit more of a tame pattern, but record temperatures possibly on the way coming up towards the end of next week. Thank you for watching this extended version of the 9 News weather forecast, and have a great weekend.